Magandang hapon. Ako po si Trixie Cruz Angeles. Ito ang Luminous. Hindi ko sure kung tapos na yung sa House of Representatives, pero kinoconsolidate ko yung similarities ng mga comments nila. And most of the comments are the interpellation conducted by the congressman on the hearing of uh, the expenditures of the Office of the Vice President ay halos pareho kung pareho lang dun sa mga katanungan doon sa budget hearing. Okay, bago po natin pagpatuloy, ito po ang Luminous. Huwag pong kakalimutan, like, share, follow, and subscribe. Para dun sa mga nanonood, you can watch this on Luminous channel, Luminous by Trixie Cruz Angeles and Amit Paglinawan on Facebook, the Trixie Cruz Angeles na page, also on Facebook, um, and on YouTube, the Luminous by TCA and AGP. We have a TikTok account, but we're not live on TikTok right now. But it's Luminous TCA. So, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Let's take apart yung mga pangyayari ngayon at saka tinignan din po namin ang original na commentary, primarily yung criticism kay VP Inday Sara. So, let's get started. Number one, the Committee on Good Governance says that they were having the hearing in particular to determine malfeasance, misfeasance, and non-feasance. Malfeasance, misfeasance, and non-feasance are actually crimes and they are contained in the revised penal code. Meaning, the determination of whether malfeasance, misfeasance, and non-feasance is present and who are liable for that is a criminal proceeding and best handled, only handled by the criminal courts. So, and there are well-established parameters as well as procedures for determining these things because it's called a trial. It is unusual, pero ngayon lang po natin napansin that the Committee on Good Governance of the House of Representatives pala is overstepping its bounds in the separation of powers because they are conducting a pseudo hearing. If it is indeed true that the committee determines the malfeasance, misfeasance, or non-feasance. These are, and as correctly asserted by the Vice President, best handled by the courts. That was point number one. Point number two was whether or not the Vice President is a witness, since and whether or not it is an issue for her to be taking an oath. What is the difference between a resource person and a witness? A resource person speaks on the basis of professional knowledge, for example, a knowledge of the rules, and specified knowledge, let's say in the field of biology, in procedural matters, and so on. Witness, as defined by the rules of court, is a person who, using their senses, appreciates or has perceived a particular event, particular person, and so on. So an oath is taken by a witness because he or she is relied on by the courts, or in this case, by the legislative proceedings to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Okay? So a resource person, however, can attest in a judicial proceeding as an expert witness, but an expert witness will still take an oath. However, in the legislative proceeding, no such oath apparently is required as asserted by the Vice President. Okay, so let's proceed to to a reduction of the commentary of the other congressmen. Primarily, their assertion was that as Congress, they have the power over the purse. This was contested, of course, by Congressman Marcoleta, who said nobody is contesting the power of Congress over the purse. And as a matter of fact, its repeated assertions is actually irrelevant to the proceedings. Okay. Second, it is the power of the legislature to conduct an inquiry. But as the Supreme Court apparently cited by I think it was Gloria Arroyo, who asserted that the Supreme Court has said that there must be some kind of contemplation of legislation. Now, on this point, I think it is also imperative to point out that the legislation in question, as some of the congressmen have asserted, is the General Appropriations Act. However, even assuming that it is true that what was under consideration is the General Appropriations Act, the questions were not germane. The questions were not about whether or not the Vice President should get her budget, but whether or not she had spent the confidential funds in accordance with the rules. So medyo malayo. Again, um, it appears that there is some ground for the Vice President to assert that there is no point in her answering questions if it is not going to pertain directly to the budget that she had proposed. Furthermore, she no longer is interested, or she is no longer defending that budget, and therefore the repeated questioning is simply an act of harassment and intended for political ends rather than any legislative duty or obligation on the part of the House. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, huwag pong kakalimutan, like, share, follow, and subscribe. We're live only on Facebook and on YouTube right now. Sabi ni Earl, sunog yung committee nila kay Kong Marcoleta. Very obvious na hindi in aid of legislation ang purpose nila, kundi sirain lang si VP habang maaga pa nagkamali sila. I agree. Okay. There are other matters. For example, I understand the Congresswoman, forgot her name, asked about the speed or the fact that the Vice President had spent certain funds in the space of 11 or 75 days. That fact is still contested. Be that as it may, the Commission on Audit said that the speed is not a matter that they take into consideration as long as it was spent appropriately and for the purposes it was intended. Tablado. Okay. Another congressman inquired about whether or not confidential funds must be subjected to purchases made under the confidential funds must be subjected to a bidding process. And of course, the answer is no. Confidential nga eh. Ang bidding process, may posting, may publication, and so on, and therefore defeats the purpose of a confidential fund. Again, tablano na naman. Sabi ni Pandalito, trigger point, nung tinanong ni Kong Marcoleta ang mga agencies tungkol sa yung ND, notice of disallowance nila. Guys naman, don't make me guess your abbreviations. Biglang nagwala ang tandang abante. Ang totoo, in aid of legislation nga ba o para sa impeachment ni VP? The Vice President asserts that is in aid of her impeachment, or at the very least, in aid of politicking for 2028. Okay, it is not clear for me if Marcoleta was removed from the committee or simply removed from the vice chairmanship. Can anybody confirm that his removal was from the committee itself? And ano yung claim nila for that? Normally kasi you're removed from a chairmanship because the composition of the House has changed. The percentages of the majority and minority, etc., have changed, and therefore the distribution of chairmanships will also change. Sabi ni Patato Tini, whether he denies it or not, it's apparent monitoring Congress's sparring with VP Sara. In his address to government workers today, he mentioned about transparency in the use of government funds. Yes, of course, he can no longer deny that. And, well, not just monitoring, but I think that he has taken a side. When he talks about transparency, that is exactly what the congressmen were asserting in order for them to conduct a hearing in the interests, though, of transparency. But there is a purpose for confidential funds to be called confidential. There is little to no transparency in that because national security. Ay, sus. Ewan ko ba dito sa mga to. Kumbaga, they are stumbling over their logic. The very nature of confidential funds means it should not be opened up to the public. If the congressmen want to inquire into it, they were going to have to inquire into it in a legislative session. But of course, that defeats their political purposes. It defeats their campaigning for for 2025 and 2028 and for the charter change and all of that. So, kakaiba. Okay, now let's go into so primarily the questions all centered again around the manner in which the vice president has been spending the money of the OVP. They couldn't inquire into the DepEd because she's no longer secretary and therefore no longer liable to answer for what goes on or what has gone on in the department because she has no longer any access to its records or to its personnel. Next. So, parang paulit-ulit lang talaga. But with the added overblown rhetoric about transparency. So it's very clear that the president is already signaling that he has taken the side of Congress in this, and that means that the president has taken the side against the vice president. Kumbaga, dahan-dahan na natin nakikita that the gloves are off. At least on the part of Malacanang. Of course, they have been off for a long time, pero meron pang pagka-ipokrita noon, tinatago-tago pa nila, and they would still smile and play nice with the vice president. Sabi ni Dulce, abusado ng mga House of Thieves as acting as a court when in fact administrative lang sila in aid of legislation filed by publicity to destroy the people. Not only that, they are not clear about what legislation they intend to make. Okay, may mga konti, di ba, with Representative Paduano talking about why do we give them 6 months to come up with documents, etc. For the COA? Why not 15 days? Why not Because it's like this, di ba? Usually when an audit happens, usually when you're asked to produce documents, some time has already passed because it takes time for the COA to audit, and therefore the agency still has to search for records. Ngayon, if the records are insufficient, they have to go back to the people where the procurement has made and so on in order for them to secure the records or the additional documents that COA is asking for. There's a reason for the 6 months. Just ko, these people, as if na palibhasa, itong mga kongresista, certification lang ang kanilang mga liquidations. So hindi sila sanay. They don't know how long it takes for the executive branch to come up with the documents, sometimes with the additional documents that COA requires them to produce. That's why there is so much time given. That's also born out of experience. Why daw? Sabi ni Ophelia, hindi na daw, member. Why daw? Could you please make the citation? Who said it? Tapos, kung pwede, i-post niyo kung anong oras in the video nakalagay yon para maaral ko, and kapag nag-live tayo mamaya, pwede natin i-discuss yan. Sabi ni Ma'am Ana, hindi na na-address ang problema ng bayan, pinoproblema nila si President VP. So, Nel Lucero Ilagan says, pero wala pa pong final judgment sa COA. Correct. Kasi alam nila na mahabang usapin yan. Kaya nga hanggang Supreme Court, so wala pa talagang comment para dyan. Well, yun nga, that was the other thing na paulit-ulit nilang tinatanong. They kept asking, oh, what about this? Di ba may notice of disallowance and so on? Eh, kailan ba magiging final? Inaapuro nila yung finality nito. So they were even saying na, final na yan sa inyo, di ba? Di ba wala na silang na-produce? Meron pa palang 6 months to produce, kaya naiinis sila. Because hindi pa nga final, and they were looking for a way to make it look like it's final, or that even if the vice president appeals the decision, that the decision will lose. Kaso hindi nga there is not enough for them to go on. It was a fishing expedition. They were looking for evidence to fry the vice president. Kaya unahan sila. Sabi ni Dugong Marino, nagtanong si Abante bakit si Leni Robredo walang Confi fund but si VP Sara ay binigyan. Could it possibly be because they're two different people with two different perspectives as well as different programs for government? Sus pareho, sabi di naman sila pareho ng punteriya o ng activities. Furthermore, at the time, Vice President Leni Robredo had no interest whatsoever in protecting students from the clutches of recruiters for the NPA. So, color, that's not even rocket science. It's not automatic. Sabi ni Spicy, yun po ang sabi. Yes, but sino nga ang nagsabi so that I can check it? Naman eh. Sinong nagsabi? He was removed as vice chairman and as a member. Anong number? Okay, can you please give me a citation? What is a citation? Kung dun sa official sa website ng House of Representatives, kung saan may video of today's proceedings, sino yung nagsabi and at what time in the video? Yun po yung hinihingi ko para makita ko yung precise na language. And so that I can research on whether or not that is automatic. We know that chairmanships and vice chairmanships depend on the distribution. Who is the majority, which party is in the majority, which party is in the minority, etc. But we have to check in order to, okay, ay nako, tapos sasagutin ako, yes, at na-remove. Sabi ni Francis, sa mga nanonood dito, wag yun na iboto ang mga congressman sa distrito ninyo. Guru, yes, that's good advice. Maria Paz de los Santos says, will VP statement be included in the record of the hearing since she did not take her oath? Well, yes, everything, even the good mornings are on the record. But it is not an attestation. It is not testimony. She made a declaration, but she did not make that declaration under oath because she was not testifying. She was making an assertion. She was making a statement, a political statement. Sabi ni, don't be an obedient, removed from the position, pero kinontest niya yung sa membership niya, pero sabi ng chair, appointed daw siya position. Therefore, nung inalis siya, hindi na din daw siya member. No, that's not true. Again, it is not automatic. Kasi your membership is a matter of choice and you are removed from your membership by vote of the committee. Kung di po ako nagkakamali ha, pero kasi ganun noon. Sabi ni Mami, dati ang style nagpapakalat ng comics, ngayon iskandalo sa SOCMED ginagawa ng mga losers. Now, let's tackle the criticism of the Vice President. Merong nagpapakalat ng fake news na nag-walk out si Vice President. That is not true. And you have to watch out for the trolls. Every time they say walk out, you will have to make an assertion. Tablahin natin and say, no, she did not walk out. She asked permission from the chair because she was not going to be asked any questions anyway since she did not take her oath. And so she asked permission to leave and the permission was granted. There was no walkout. There was no disrespect. Sabi ni Ma'am Joan, Abante wears a very big cross on his chest. Yun pala pastor ng Baptist Church. Pero napaka-arrogante at judgmental and a huge insult to a very conservative and Bible-based church for their kindness. Ma'am Marilu says, huwag kalimutan like, share, follow, subscribe. Given the current situation, sabi ni Arn, ask mo kung pwede ako pumasok. Okay. The leadership of House Speaker Martin Romualdez is committed to attacking and dismantling the Vice President. Sabi ni President Bangag, nakakapagtaka bakit sa daming tira ng mga aso ni Tamba kay VP Inday, itong si Bangag tahimik lang. Tinitira ng, hindi siya tahimik kasi he talked about transparency. Ano lang siya, takot lang siya, conservative siya. Thank you kay Joseph Macalya at saka kay Jake Haganas. Sabi ni Amor, okay lang yon kahit ma-remove si Kong Marcoleta kasi magsisenador na po si Kong at ipapanalo po nating mga solid Duterte. Ang problema kasi dyan is that he is the primary defender along with Representative Dory Arroyo, the primary defenders of VP Inday in these committees. Removing him removes a very strong voice of dissent. That is the damage that the House is trying to inflict. Not on Kong Marcoleta, but on VP Sara. With Kong Marcoleta, will survive that. Ganun naman yun eh. Magaling yun eh. So, it's VP Sara. Yes, Ronald, late ka. Marinini, Mari says, buti pa ordinaryong mangingisda, alam kung anong confidential funds, pero mga honorables daw, busisi ng busisi, di alam kung ano ang CF. Kunwari pa gusto rin nilang magka-CF. Ano daw?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. So,
great news.
Ha?
Great news. From 500 to 151 infection.
Amheng E. Bruno says, tinanong ni Kong Marcoleta kung lahat ba may confidential funds na na-issuehan ng disallowance. Ay, bakit si VP Sara lang inimbitahan ng Congress? Which is an excellent point. Diba? He's showing them that they are singling her out and bolstering her assertion that this is in aid of impeachment or in aid of her defeat at the next presidential elections. Dex says, kailangan po nilang manumpa si Sara para magamit nilang ebidensya ang mga maling nasasabi niya. Without being sworn, hindi magagamit sa court yun, kaya nanlumo na naman ng mga kongresista. That's not true. Mali po yan. Magagamit pa rin yan. But, because she had spoken, because she will be speaking on the record. Although, yung pag-under oath, hindi nila mahahabol yan ng perjury. Hindi po ganun yun. You can use the person's words against them. Of course you can. That's a way of impeaching a witness. Pero it doesn't necessarily mean that, what it means is that you cannot, you cannot file perjury charges. Sabi ni Riig Alcantara, dapat magkaroon ng batas, bawal ang certification lang sa lahat ng agency ng government. Okay, please stop asking about intervention on the part of the judiciary, whether Supreme Court or any of the courts. Courts do not intervene. I will repeat, the courts do not intervene. They cannot act on their own. They can only act when a case is filed before them, and they will decide on those cases. I repeat, there is no such thing as the court actively intervening if there is no case. Okay? Kailangan may case, kailangan nakahain ang kaso sa kanila. The good news is, the Vice President has already filed a case with the Supreme Court, and so has Attorney Harry Roque. Freddy Orendina says, hindi sis VP Sara ang problema ng bayan, gutom, droga, etc. I'm glad kasi pareho kami nang iniisip ni VP, 'di ba? Matagal na nating sinasabi dito, hello, government, pagkain, tubig, kuryente, internet, transportation, kulang ang trabaho, kulang ang healthcare. So, bakit 'yan ang inaatupag ninyo? Inuulit natin, pagkain, tubig, kuryente, internet, lack of jobs, lack of healthcare, tapos magpapadala kayo, tapos criminality, Tapos magpapadala kayo ng 6,000 PNP sa KOJC. Ang dami-daming nawawalang mga bata, inuna ninyo yung KOJC. Ang dami-daming korupsyon. May 500 billion na ayuda na ginastos ang Kongreso. Pero ang pinapa-account ninyo yung 125 million ni VP Sara na in-account naman at inaasikaso sa COA dahil merong mga observations. Oh, good point. Ma'am, next time wag all caps. Sabi ni Ma'am ni Queen, pwede kang humingi ng confidential funds, pwede kang payagan o hindi. Eh bakit nila inapprove ngayon? Big deal sa kanila. Totoo yan. Yun yung 2023, di ba? Nakakapagtaka bakit ang government agency need pang i-deliberate ang budget pero yung budget ng mga kongresista walang nagde-deliberate. Totoo yan. Sabi ni Lindell, if your opponent is temperamental, seek to irritate him, pretend to be weak that he may grow arrogant. If he's taking his ease, give him no rest. Jason Bourne says, natatawa ako sa mga buhaya nilayasan ni Madam VP. Parang mga basang sisiw ang mga buhaya, tahimik sila. Silly question gets stupid answer, no comparison. Lugaw can't hold a candle kay Inday Sara. That's true. And Inday Sara speaks 3 languages. And she's good in all of them. Dolly says, after magkasagutan si Kong Marcoleta at Abante, sinugod siya ni Paduano. Nag-iisa si Kong Marcoleta, pinagtulungan nila. Yeah, but all of them still no match to Kong Marcoleta. Kaya nila pinagtutulungan kasi hindi nila kaya isa-isa yung mga argumento ni Sir Dante. Appointed daw po si Marcoleta as vice chair. Kinontest po niya yung membership. Sabi ng chair, nung inalis daw siya as vice, hindi na din po siya member kasi. Again, can I please ask for the link? Salute to VP Inday, tapang niya. Correct. O, ni walang isang follower dito nagpadala ng link. Renato says, sa pool kaagad ni VP ang 3 chair ng Kongreso sa unang sargo, 2 sargo sa pool uli. Sa problema ng bayan, lumayas na wala silang na-impeach. Sino yung he? He did na, bakit? May isa pa bang umalis ng maaga? Reynald says, si Abante naman po ay after lang naman na sa inuutos sa kanila ng na administrasyon na pabagsakin ng mga Duterte at di na mahalaga sa kanya ang na alagad siya ng simbahan ng sektong kinabibili lang niya. John Angelo says, si Chua attorney, ang argument ni Marcoleta, hindi porket natanggal siya as vice chair, automatic na pati sa membership. Ang argument naman ni Chua, hindi naman daw siya appointed as member, kundi as vice chair. Pwede ka ba naman chair na hindi ka member? Ay sus. Parang, ngayon na ako narinig na vice chairman ka pero hindi ka member. Dapat na nang ipagtanggol ni si VP dahil okay, hindi ko magets. Nasa hearing po kanina sa House when Marcoleta turned to interpellate. Marcoleta suggested na ipatawag lahat na may notice of disallowance. Then Mr. Chair said hindi siya pwede mag-suggest kasi hindi siya member ng committee. Tinanggal din siya as vice chair. Okay, guys, you keep explaining to me what's happening and not a single one of you are giving me a link or a timestamp. Reaction ni Kimbo tuwing tatanungin siya ng mga kasama sa Congress, parang malapit na siya matay. Okay, hindi ko na babasahin yung mga comments about the removal of Kong Marcoleta unless you provide me with a timestamp. Chua, ayan, si Ma'am Larissa ang nagbigay. 3 hours, 39 minutes, HORYT. Under Section 28 of the House Rules, that is removal of Vice Chair membership ni Cha. Then, titignan natin yung House Rules now. Mas maganda yan. That's why I'm asking for a timestamp. Titignan ko kung ano exactly yung sinabi. Okay, so i-wrap up ko kasi dinadalaw ko sa hospital si Belly pa. Ano na siya, pagaling na po siya. So yes, I'm in the cat clinic here in Makati. Yan. And dito naka-confine si Belly kasi, but he's gotten better, so much better already. Uy, guys, look at this one. Lily Petals Bishop says, shut up, nget pa. Ma'am, are you speaking before a mirror? Because I don't see who you are referring to. And you can't do things like that. Come in here and then call people ugly. Ikaw naman dyan yung ugly na nga yung ugali. Tapos, wala ka pang argumento. You have no contribution to the discussion here. Whereas people on this news, on the comments feed, all have intelligent discourse, are all participating in intelligent discourse. So your incapability to say anything intelligent or even factual or even nice indicates that you are, how do you call this? You're barely human. Rochelle says, sinabi po ni Abante, wala daw confidential fund si Lenny. Si VP Sara daw walang confidential fund dapat. Mabuti pa daw si BBM kasi nabigyan pa daw siya confidential fund na hindi naman pala required. Ito yung nakakatawa. Ano ba yan? Anong klaseng logic yan? Binigyan si Lenny, therefore, hindi binigyan si Lenny, therefore, hindi bibigyan si Itay Sara. Bakit? Pareho ba sila ng programa? Pareho ba sila ng puntirya? Pareho ba sila ng plataforma nung tumakbo sila? Di ba? Hindi. So, iba-iba yung mga programa, kaya nga iba-iba din yung mga proposals nila for budget. Okay? So, in the meantime, may live pa po tayo mamayang gabi when I get back. And we will discuss this, further with the reference nga tungkol dun sa I would like to discuss in depth itong rules ng committee nila. But here are the clear things. Number one, the committee attempted to make an investigation into whether or not malfeasance, nonfeasance, or misfeasance has happened or has been committed. They cannot do this, as correctly pointed out by the Vice President, because these are criminal cases and can only be addressed by the courts. Further than that, Representative Marcoleta pointed out that if they want to investigate whether or not such acts have been committed, in order for them to make a review of the law, then they must define the parameters of that investigation, the way it is done in criminal proceedings. In other words, kung ini-insist ng Kongreso na mag-iimbestiga sila ng what are clearly criminal acts, then they must also be limited by the manner in which criminal acts are investigated and tried. Furthermore, it was clear also from the questioning that COA stands on their own assessments and other assessments, such as the speed in which the funds have been spent, and whether or not bidding has been conducted, are not on the table. These were never considerations of COA because they do not violate the COA regulations or the liquidation requirements of the Office of the Vice President pagdating dun sa confidential funds. Now, the Vice President reiterated her stand, and it is very clear that she's no longer participating. She's not answering these questions. She did not she did not take an oath. And no one can compel anybody to take an oath. So let the trolls, I noticed that that's what the trolls are trying to do. They're trying to make it look like na hindi siya nag-oath and therefore that's something wrong. No, of course not. No person can be compelled to take an oath. Okay? No, you cannot even be cited in contempt for refusal to take an oath. So, sige, do what you will. And look, Congress ang tumiklop. She didn't take an oath. Did they compel her? Did they scream at her? Did they cite her in contempt? No. So if these calls try to make it look like she did something wrong to Congress, that she was rude to Congress, of course not. Congress could have cited her in contempt if she was rude. She was not. They could have compelled her under pain of contempt. They did not. She is not in contempt. So how can anybody criticize her for that? Her message is clear. She's going to push back, but she will not also allow herself to be subjected to the shaming, to the accusations, to the baseless accusations, and so on, that the House is trying to do to her in aid of their political activities, in aid of politicking. Because of the simple fact that the Vice President is the most popular official in the country right now. They need to take her down a notch. They need to besmirch her. They need to sully her name. They need to impeach her. They need to take her out. She is the biggest problem of this administration right now. And they must keep doing this. They must keep throwing mud on her, or else they're going to lose, and they're going to lose badly. The problem with Congress is that they haven't seen the results of their actions. Because of their actions, the Vice President is not only rising to the challenge, but is showing herself to be the leader that we are waiting for. The leader not of the opposition, but the leader of the people who are sick and tired of these politicians, these rabid politicians, interested only in politicking, uninterested in the public interest, uninterested in our health, in our welfare, in food prices, water prices, electricity, transportation, the lack of jobs, the lack of healthcare, the squalor in which some of our people live. They don't even care whether or not people die in the floods. All they care about is trying to cover up their own wrongdoings, their own shortcomings, as well as that of the presidents. Ang hirap na niyang ipagtanggol. And yet they're still trying to do all these things. This is what they're doing now. Instead of doing what they had sworn themselves to do and to hold up the public interest, they are up here holding up the interests of only one family who just so happen to hold the reins of power. VP Inday looks better, stronger, more leader-like. No, not a single weak bone in her body. She may be under attack, but she's looking better and stronger than ever. Take that, Congress. And all of this is biting you back in the ass. So, we'll go live again later this evening, and we'll see you then. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng nagpadala. Maraming salamat sa inyong pag-participate dito. We'll see you again later this evening. Thank you.